Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build the SS Stumpy from Stampy's Lovely World. So, let's get into it. So, the materials you're going to need for this build are in this chest. Take a good look, make sure you've got them all, and once you do, we can start the build. So, first thing we're going to do is build the bottom layer of the SS Stumpy. So you want to start with a 3x3 square of oak planks. This will be the back of your boat. And then you want to put a 5x14 long rectangle of oak planks. Then on top of that, you want to do a 3x7 rectangle of oak planks. And then you want to add one little more oak plank on the front. And that will be the first layer of the SS Stumpy. Now, for the second layer. So first, you want to come up one diagonally from the bottom layer, and then you want to build a row of 5 oak planks out the back, and then you want to extend on both sides at the very end by another 3 blocks, and then you want to add a row on the right, which is a total of 16 blocks, and then you want to come back in one and make another row that is 7 blocks, and then you want to build a sort of upside down U shape like this, with 4 extra blocks poking out on the end. Then you want to repeat that for both sides, and then you'll start to notice that it basically just follows the pattern of the first layer, except for up here where it misses out the corners. Okay, now for the third layer. So, for this layer, you want to start by doing the exact same as before, by going up one diagonally, except this time the row needs to be a total of 7 long. Then, you'll go out 3 on each side, as we have done before, and then you want to make a big row here, which is a total of 18 blocks long, and then another row to the right, which is 7 blocks long, then another row, which is 3, then another 3, then connect it up together, and then add 2 on the end. And of course you just want to do that for both sides, so you end up getting a shape that looks something like this. Now for the fourth layer. So now we want to go up one diagonally again, and make a total of 9 blocks across of oak planks, then go out by 3 on each side as we've done every other time, and then this row needs to be a total of 20 blocks long. And then once you've done that, you want to make another row of 7 blocks long again, then 2 rows of 3, and then you want to do the upside down U shape from before with 2 extra blocks poking out the edge. Then you do on both sides, and then we'll move on to the fifth layer. Now for this layer, we're going to, instead of making it out of oak planks, it's going to be made out of oak logs. Now, as you can see, if you try and place an oak log upside down, it will be sideways. So I found the best way to do this is just find a temporary block, like dirt, place it underneath, and then just place the oak log on top. Now, this back row needs to be a total of 11 long, then 3 up, then this entire row needs to be a total of 22, then a row of 7, then a row of 3, then another row of 3, then a row of 2, and then it needs to be 3 wide like this, with another 2 poking out. Do it on both sides, make sure all the oak logs are facing upwards, and once you've done that, we can move on to layer 6. For this layer, we want to start by making a 13 long row at the back, then going in by 3, then adding a row that is a total of 24 blocks long, then adding in a row of 6 this time, not 7, then a row of 3, another row of 3, a row of 2, a row of 2, and then making a helmet shape, this time not actually having anything pointing out, and then you want to do that on both sides. Now you'll notice there are dispensers here. This is for the attacking against other ships that he uses. So the first one you want to place is, if you come to the front, you want to go in by 3, you want to place in a dispenser, then you want to go in by another 5, place another dispenser, then miss another 5, place another dispenser, and then if you do it correctly, there should be a total of 8 blocks to the left of it. And now you want to do this on both sides. Now you want to fill it up with the ammunition, which is snowballs, which is what he uses in his video. So once you've done that, we can move on to the next layer. Okay, so for the next layer, instead of going up one diagonally like we've done before, you want to just place the row of spruce logs directly on top of the oak planks. And this should be a total of 13 blocks long. Then you want to come up by 3, then do a row of 24 spruce logs coming all the way across, then one that's a total of 7 blocks long, which, just like you've had to do with the oak logs, you'll have to place a temporary block underneath to make sure it's the right way up. Then you want to do 2 rows of 3, and then 3 rows of 2, place 1 in the middle, and then 3 oak planks coming out from the front. Now this is the final layer of the ship. So what you want to do is basically fill in this entire area with oak planks. So as you can see, if we come over to the ship here, you'll see that next to the spruce planks is all oak. So you just want to fill in this entire area with oak planks, then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so once you've filled in this layer with oak planks, you should still have a nice empty space down here for where all the crew is going to sleep. So now we're going to start work on building the captain's quarters. So first thing you want to do is come to either side, but I'm going to do it on the right, and you want to build a row of 4 oak logs like this. Then in front of it you want to do a row of 10 oak logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then on top of this, on the right hand side, you want to build 3 along, and then 2 on top of that and 1 more, so it creates this sort of stair shape. Then you want to extend out this top row, so it's a total of 5 long. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to fill in the area underneath it, like this. And finally, you just want to add a 3x2 rectangle underneath. And then you basically want to carry on with this where it's too high for the rest of the oak logs, like so. Then you want to come down here, and 3 along from the left, you want to knock out a 2 wide hole and fill it in with glass blocks. And finally, on top of these 2 high oak plank walls, you want to place oak slabs on top, like this. So that is the right wall done. You're going to want to repeat that on the other side. But now for the back wall, we want to fill in the entire thing in with oak logs, like so, all the way across. And then we want to place a 2 high wall of oak planks on top of that, going all the way, like so. We keep going until it's all filled in, and then we want to place oak slabs on top of that. And then once you've done that, you want to come to the wall, go 3 in, knock out a 2 wide hole, then miss 3, knock out a 2 wide hole, and then you should be left with 3 left. And then you just want to fill in these gaps with glass blocks. Now you just want to repeat this on the other side. So we want to take our oak logs, go 3 in, place a 2 wide wall on top of it with oak slabs on top. Then we want to do a 10 long row of oak logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then do a staircase like so, and then fill it in so it's a total of 5 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill in the area underneath, and then finally add a 6x2 rectangle with slabs on top. Now we're going to work on the front of the cabin. Okay, so for the front of the captain's quarters, first thing we want to do is come to the end of the oak logs here, miss 2, and then place a row of 4 oak logs facing upwards. Then we want to repeat this on the other side, so miss 2, then 4 oak logs. Then we're going to make a doorway here, so we want to extend it up by 2 on each side. Then we want to place a temporary block with an oak log on top, so that we can make it so it's facing the right way. Then we want to take our oak planks, and on the left hand side go up by 3, and then do that on the other side, and then connect the 2 tops together. And then this 2x2 area you just want to fill in with oak planks. Now for the staircase, what you want to do is you want to come to the back here, and what we're going to do is when we want to come inside, we're going to place 2 oak planks extending out the back of the oak logs. Then we want to place a row of oak logs coming out so it connects up with that. Then what we want to do is extend this entire thing up by 3 with oak planks, like so. And then for the staircase, we want to place a row of oak stairs here, then fill in the area behind it with oak stairs, then another 2 oak stairs, fill in with oak planks, then some more stairs, and then we want to just destroy these 2 blocks here and place some oak stairs, which should end up having a total of 4 stairs going up. And on the inside it should look like this. You can just see there's 1 oak log protruding out like that. Then you just want to do this on the other side. So we just want to place 2 oak planks, row of 3 oak logs, extend it all up by 3 oak planks, like this. Then we want to place in oak stairs, then fill in the area behind it, then another 2 stairs, fill in the area behind it, then another 2, break out these 2 blocks, and then fill it in with oak stairs. Now I'm going to show you how to do the flooring of the top area. Okay, so for the flooring, you just want to fill in the whole of the layer with oak planks, apart from up here where you want to add in some oak logs. So you just want to come out 2 from the stairs, then you want to place in 3 oak logs, then 4, and then just fill in the entire row down the back, then come back 3, and then another 3. And then obviously you just want to fill in the rest of the area with oak planks. Now we want to add in the steering wheel. So we want to come to the very middle here, which should be where the doorway is. And then we want to come into, so we just want to come 1, 2, place a fence on the 3rd block in. If you've done this right, there should be 4 oak planks on each side and 2 from the bottom. Then we want to place a spruce log on top of this, and then a trapdoor on the side that is facing towards the back. And then you want to flip it down. Then you just want to place an oak slab on the back here, 1 block away. Okay, so now we're going to add in the fences for this entire area. So you basically want to come to the stairs here. On the left, you just want to place 1, and then you want to come up 1, and then back 1, up 1, then back 1, like this. So it should be on every block and then on top of each other. Then you just want to trace the line like this, going all the way back, go up, and then just kind of follow the oak logs, keep going until it encases the entire area. Just go like this, and 3 more, and then another few. And then you just want to repeat the same thing, so come out 1, then go down 1, come out 1, then go down 1. And then for this inside area, we just want to come here, and we want to place a total of 4 oak fences coming out from the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do that on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you just want to connect them up to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then with that, that is the top area of the ship done. Now we're going to move on to doing the main deck. Okay, so before we add anything else, we just want to add in 2 small details. We want to add in the plank, and we want to add in the entrance to the boat. So, on the right hand side of the boat, we want to come in by 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8th block, we want to replace the spruce log with an oak plank. Then we want to take our oak slabs and come out by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure the oak slabs are on the top half of the block. Then on the other side, we just want to place in our gate, which is how we get in. So we want to come in by 3 blocks and place an oak fence gate on the final one. Now here is where the ladder would be on the SS Stumpy. Of course you can add one in if you have it at a dock or something. Just remember to do that. This will be where the entrance is. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to take your oak fences and basically place one on every single one of these spruce logs, going all the way around, and then you want to take your oak slabs and place them on top of those fences. So, I'm going to do that, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so now that you've got the fences around the edge, we want to now start building the sails. So, we want to come to the front of the boat here, come to this block, and we want to count in 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the 8th block we want to place in a spruce log. This will be the smaller sail. Then we want to count another 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then on the 10th block place in another spruce log. Then finally there should be a total of 8 blocks from here to the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now that you've got the placement of the 2 sails, we want to build up the poles. So this pole should be a total of 21 blocks long, including this bottom block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And this one should be a total of 18 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now we want to come to the bigger sail, and we want to come in front of it, so the side that is facing the front, and we want to break the block that is below it. And now we're going to extend both of these sails down. So we want to break this oak block and replace it with a spruce log and bring it the whole way down, like this. Then we're going to come up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take out a trapdoor and we're going to place it here on the bottom row, and then it should flip up like this, so it is on the bottom block. Now let's start working on the sails. Okay, so the first thing we want to add in is the support for the sail. So, on the biggest sail here, first thing you want to do is come up by 5 and then place a row of 9 spruce logs on the 6th block up. Now obviously you're going to have to place some temporary blocks so you can have these facing the right way up. Then you want to repeat this step, but this time you want to miss 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on the 9th block you just want to do a row of 9 spruce logs facing the right way up. And you want to do this on both sides. Next, you want to add in the crow's nest, which will go 1 block above the spruce logs. So as you can see, there is a total of a 1 block gap in between these two things. So the first thing you want to do is just add in a row of oak planks all the way around the mast, apart from the side which is facing towards the back. Then you want to add in oak logs all the way around this 3x3 square, so you have to place in the temporary blocks. Then once you've done that, you add in some oak fences on top of the oak logs, and then with that, that's the crow nest done. Then you want to take some ladders and place them from the length of the first block of the crow nest all the way down to the bottom. Now for the second mast here, we want to add in fences instead of spruce logs, as it is a smaller mast. So the first row is a total of 5 long, and it is up from 5 from the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th block, 5 along. Then you want to miss out 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th block, 5 along. Then you miss 1, and then 3 oak fences, then you miss 3, and on the 4th one, another 3 oak fences. And you want to repeat this on both sides, so it should look something like this. Then finally, you want to add in an oak slab on top of the spruce poles. And now we're going to move on to creating the actual sails. Okay, so for the first sail on the main mast, you want to come to the bottom row of spruce logs and just build out orange wool 2 wide on the left side of the mast, which is the side that's facing towards the front. You want to do this the whole way across, 2 rows of orange wool. Then you want to do the exact same thing, but up 1 and diagonal, and vertically this time. So another 2 rows of orange wool. Then you want to build 3 rows of white wool on top of that. Then another 2 rows of orange wool. Then you want to come 1 to the right and up diagonally, build another row of orange wool. Then up 1 to the right, up 1, and then another row, and it should connect with the top row of spruce logs. Now for the front mast, there are actually 2 separate masts. So for the first one, you just want to build a 1 single row of orange wool. Then you want to go 1 left and up 1 and do another row. Then 1 left and then up 1 and do 2 rows of white wool on top of each other. Then go 1 right, up 1, do another row of orange wool, and then 1 right, up 1, another row of orange wool, and you should connect with the fences. Then for this top row, 1 row of orange wool, 1 left, 1 up, row of orange wool, row of white wool, row of orange wool, and then 1 right, up 1, and a single row of orange wool. And as obviously all of the sails should be facing towards the front, like this. Now with that, we'll move on to the next step. Now we want to go below deck and we're going to start working on the underneath. So first thing we want to do is we want to come to the mast with the trapdoor going down, and we just want to place ladders underneath it all the way down so we have a way of getting up and down between the floors. Now that we've done that, we're going to come to the wall here, and what we're going to do is we're going to miss 2 on each side, and then we're going to fill in this entire row with oak planks. So as you can see, we go all the way along like this, and then we do 1 more row on top like so. So it will be a total of a 3 high wall going all the way across on each side like this. And then you just want to fill in this area underneath, and this will be making the basis for the floors on this area. Now what you want to do is just repeat that on the other side. So we're going to do that. Come all the way across, and this is going to be a total of 3 high, as I said before. Just want to fill in this whole area, and this will make the floor for the area with the cannons. Okay, bring it across all the way like this, and then just finally fill in this little area. And what that will do is it will just add a nice basis for where we can start building the rest of it. So you can see on here, just want to go 1, 2 to the left and the right and fill it in. Okay, now for the rest of the understairs. Okay, for the next step, we want to come to the dispenser on the right and place an oak plank directly next to it. Then we want to place another oak log in front of it, like this. Then place an oak log on the top, and then fill in this entire area with oak planks, like this. Now, we want to come to the leftmost dispenser, miss one block, place another oak plank, then an oak log in front of it, then a plank on top. Now, if you've done this right, the block up here, you can destroy it and it should come up right next to the wall inside this cabin. Now, we want to drop down, and this little area here, which is a total of 5 blocks long, we want to fill in with oak planks. Now, we want to come to this log, and we want to extend it out so it's a total of 3 long, then fill it in with oak planks. Then, on this side, we're going to miss one block here, place an oak log, and bring that all the way across, so it fills in this entire thing, all the way, until it comes just in line with this little outcrop here. So we want to bring it across, like so. Then we want to place oak planks on top of all these oak logs. And this is going to create the area in which you fire the cannons. Okay, now you just want to repeat that step on the other side. Okay, now that you've built both sides, we want to come to the very back here, so the opposite side of the ladder. And what we're going to do is we're going to come to these little outcrops here, to the doorways. And on this step here, we just want to place another row of oak planks on top, then a row of oak logs on top, then oak planks. And with that, that's the back wall complete. Now, underneath these things here, we just want to place 3 rows of oak planks coming out, like this, and then one last row of oak planks at the bottom. Now, we want to place oak stairs on these 2 rows of oak planks, so there should be a total of 2 rows of oak stairs. Then, in these little doorways, we just want to break out the block, place an oak stair, and do that on both sides. Now this is the little pathway down from the back. Now we're going to work on this side. Now for the final step of the downstairs of this area. So, we want to come to these little rows of oak planks here, and we want to extend it into a sort of staircase. So we're going to leave this, build 2, then build 1 more on top of that, so it goes up like this. Then we just want to fill in all the area behind it with oak planks, coming all the way across. Now we want to repeat that on the other side, so leave this one, place 2, then place 1, then do 4, go all the way across like this. Now we want to come to the front here, and basically just place an oak plank on top of all these oak logs. So all the way across, doing it like this, like so. Now finally, we want to come here, go in row with the final block of this row of planks, and here we're going to fill in planks, and then do 1 here, and then we're going to place oak stairs on top of these, so there should be a total of 3 steps of oak stairs. Then finally we're just going to fill in this area, like so. And with that, we're going to come over here, and we're going to take our ladders out, and on these holes that go up to the main cabin, we're going to place 3 stairs, and then a trapdoor on top so that it opens up like that. I just want to do that on the other side like this, so 3 ladders and then a trapdoor on the top. And with that, that is all of the actual structure of the ship done, and now we're ready to start adding the decorations. Okay, so the first of the decorations we're going to add is the little pumpkin on the front of the boat and the giraffe that sits on the deck. So we want to basically build down an oak stair on the front of these 3 blocks. Then we want to bring one out so it's facing upwards and just destroy that temporary one. So it should look like an L shape like this. Then we want to place a spruce log on top of it so it's facing upwards with a jack-o'-lantern looking outwards. Then we're going to place a lever on each side so the little sticks are facing upwards. Now for the giraffe, or the thing that kind of looks like a giraffe, we're going to come to the front mast here, and we're going to miss 1 block and place a fence. Now on the right side, we're going to place another fence, so make sure it's on the right side of the mast. Then we're going to bring 2 more fences out, place 2 more fences on top of these 2 front ones, and then bring another 2 out like this. And with that, those are those 2 decorations. So now let's work on the captain's quarters. So the first thing we want to do is come inside here, turn around, and on the right side of the doorway we want to place in a double chest. Now on this 3x3 wall here, we just want to place bookshelves in front of every single block on both sides, like this. Now, when we're entering the room, we want to come to the right hand side, and we want to place a crafting table to the left of this trapdoor. Then, we want to miss 2 blocks, place a jukebox, then place 3 bookshelves on top of each other. Now, on the back wall, we want to place a chest in both corners, like this. And then for the left wall, we want to place another row of 3 bookshelves with a red bed on front. Now, we want to come to the middle here, and we want to count in 2 from each side, so 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and in the middle here, we're going to place an item frame. There's nothing in it. Okay, now, for the oak stair, we want to miss 1 block, place 1 in front of it, and then place an oak sign on the left and right of it. Then in front of it, we want to place down 5 oak logs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there should be 2 on each side of the stair. Now for the place where the crew sits, we want to place in a total of 3 stairs like this, with the middle one being exactly in line with this one. And then we want to place oak signs on both sides like we did before. Now, what we want to do is we want to take a cake, and we want to place it on the right hand side like this. And then finally, we want to take in our oak door and place it out from the inside so that the hinge is on the left hand side when we're looking in. And that is the captain's quarters done. So, the first thing you want to do is come down here to the front of the boat, and we're going to take our fences and place them on top of these stairs here, up like this, and bring them along. So they go all the way, and they stop just before the stairs. You just want to do this on the other side, like this. So the fence at the top should be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 blocks long. Then we want to come to the front here. We want to take our bookshelves. We want to place 2 on top of each other on this left here, and then on the right. Now on this middle area, we want to place 2 bookshelves here on the right and 2 bookshelves here on the left. Then we want to place a chest in front of this bookshelf. Then we want to place a crafting table next to this one, and then finally a chest to the left of that. Now once you've done that, it should look something like this. Now we want to take our stone buttons, and we want to come here, and we want to place a stone button to the left of every single one of these dispensers, like this. So you go along, and then on the other side, just putting it on the left of every, or actually on this side, it's actually the right of every dispenser, as it is on the opposite side, like this. So, once you've done that, we'll now move on to the area where the crew will sleep. So now we're going to take our ladders and our beds, and we're going to build all their bunk beds. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the mast here that comes down, and on the right hand side of it, we just want to place 3 ladders on top of each other. It should be directly next to these fences. Then we're going to place a bed facing with the pillow to the back, and then so we can actually make this a bunk bed, we're going to have to place down 2 temporary blocks on top of that bed, and then a bed on top, and that will create a sort of bunk bed. Then what we want to do is we want to miss a block, place 3 ladders, and then we just want to repeat the process. So bed, 2 temporary blocks, and then bed on top. Then miss a block, 3 ladders, 1 red bed, 2 oak planks, and then a red bed on top. And now for the other side, we basically just want to mirror this. So we want to come to the mast, place 3 ladders, which are directly next to the fence, place a red bed, 2 temporary blocks on top of it, and then place another red bed on top. Then miss a block, 3 ladders, red bed, and then 2 temporary blocks on top, bed on top, destroy the blocks, then miss 1 block, 3 ladders, bed, 2 blocks, bed, and then destroy the 2 blocks. Now with that, that is all the decoration done. The only thing we have left is to add in the torches. So, let's get on with it. Okay, we're going to start with all the torches in the downstairs area. So first thing, we're going to place a torch to the right of these 2 ladders here, and the same on this side, and then finally one underneath these beds, like this. Then we want to come to the back here, place one directly in the middle. Then on the mast, on the opposite side of the ladder, we want to place one block down from here. Then, in this little hallway here, we're going to place a 1 torch, 2 blocks from where the fences are, on each side. Then up here, we want to place a torch directly in the middle, then a torch on the right, hugging this wall on both sides. Then we want to miss 3 blocks and place another torch like this, so 1, 2, 3, torch. Then in here, we want to miss 2 blocks, torch, so it's directly in the middle of the dispensers, and we want to do it for this side too. Then in here, we want to place a torch on the wall directly facing this ladder, and we want to repeat that on the other side. So torch here, and then torch in the middle of these 2 dispensers on both sides, like this. And once you've done that, we're ready to move on to the torches for the upstairs. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is come into the captain's quarters and we're going to place a torch above the chest on each side. Then we're going to come to the door and we're going to place a torch on the bottom block of these 2 planks on each side. Then we're going to come out and we're going to go to the first little inlet and we're going to place a torch there and then a torch there at the next one. Do that on the other side, so one there and one there. Then we want to go up 2 blocks and on the 3rd block place a torch. Come up again and in the middle here place down a torch. Then on this side we want to miss 1 block between the trapdoor, place in a torch. And then here we want to go up 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block we place in a torch on both sides. Then up here on the back 2 corners, which are the closest to the front, we want to place a torch. And then for some reason he has a torch here in front of this one. Then if we come down in the middle of here, just above the oak logs, we want to place one on each side. Then up here on the corners we want to place one like this and like this, and then finally here we want to place a torch and we want to place a torch here. Now we want to add in the final block of the SS Stumpy, which is the cake up in the crow's mast going in the bottom left to the left of the ladder. So with that is the SS Stumpy complete. So this is the end of the video. So I'd really appreciate if you guys dropped a like and maybe even subscribed. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time.